Julian Saporiti is a Nashville-born singer-songwriter who spent a decade recording music and touring the globe in the indie rock outfit The Young Republic, a group he formed while attending the Berklee College of Music. Somewhere on the road, he decided he needed a break from the glamorous life of touring. It's a very tough life, being a touring rock star. So he left his German groupies behind and enrolled in UW's American Studies MA program, where he does ethnographic research on street performers in New York City. Julian makes a difference. While in Laramie, he has helped our local music scene. Together with many of the local players we know so well, he has invested his energies in promoting community music. He reads books, he climbs rocks, he teaches UW students, and his talk today is called Handle with Care, the Importance of Nurturing Local Music. The one and only Julian Saporiti.
Thanks. So folks, I have two questions I'd like you to keep in mind tonight. One, where does music belong? And two, who should play it? Now, I'm speaking about the regulation of music tonight, and over-regulation of music, and I want you to keep this in mind. But first, let's go to New York City. See, for the last few years, like Peter said, my research is focused on Washington Square Park, specifically performing with and documenting the lives of street performers, or as I call them, buskers, who inhabit the park. There's a few right there on the screen for you. What I found in the square is truly nothing short of magic. On any given day, dozens of buskers of myriad backgrounds and ages fill the park with music of all styles, entertaining thousands of people who come through and watch them perform. Music, especially in public spaces, not only provides a venue for performers to express themselves, but studies have also shown that it can positively affect a community's identity, social life, and local economy. So, music in the public space, it's very important. Unfortunately, many authorities associate musicians, especially public musicians, with the dregs of society. Often they view them as threats to the ideal, orderly, sterile communities which they envision leading, and regulation is the blunt tool they use to enforce laws against it. In Central Park, for instance, perhaps the best place to busk in the world, the Parks Department has instituted quiet zones where you can be fined for playing acoustic music. So if you sing All You Need Is Love in Strawberry Fields, you can get a ticket. I'm not kidding. Over-regulating live music, whether it's a park department instituting quiet zones or club bookers not taking the time to get to know and showcase young, new musicians, does a great disservice to our community. It blocks creativity, fun, and collective vitality. Washington Square is the last unregulated space for buskers in Manhattan, and with no regulation, has the world ended? No. In fact, a vibrant community of musicians share a place where their voices can be heard, all while helping the local economy and bringing joy to many. Since moving to Laramie, I've been fortunate enough, like Peter said, to work with tons of talented people and help build the local music scene. But as you can guess from my blabbering, I've encountered regulation here as well, and this is something I think that we need to address. So that's what I'm going to do. Last summer, working with Trey Sherwood at Laramie Main Street, I was able to establish a weekly music series utilizing our fine plaza at First and Grand, and bring in a diverse group of performers from bluegrass to classical to traditional Persian and Balinese music. I was even able to convince a number of UW music students to try busking at the downtown farmers market, for which I also coordinated music. This was a particularly proud moment in my Laramie career, as it combined my academic research and a musical passion of mine. Then one day, after discussing turning off some pre-recorded music on the sidewalk, I got an email from the head of the market, who I'd been working with, banning music on the corner of 2nd and Grand, the best busking spot in Laramie, ironically in front of the music box. One truly pleasant collaboration I'd like to share with you is Swingin' Around Town, a monthly dancing series which offers free dance lessons to the community while trying to promote local business. It's just amazing that Laramie has this at all, and you should all go and dance for free. But recently, one of the founders of Swingin' Around Town made an effort to bring dances to the bar scene. And a local bar owner told this friend of mine that he would have to pay for the bands and the sound system if he wanted to have a dance. A cruel and irregular demand, especially when aimed at a volunteer of the community. This kind of disconnect between creative community and businesses, it happens a lot. Because when you run a business, we know you don't always take the time to understand the nuanced benefits of supporting the arts. And this is what has happened in this situation. And just last week, there was talk about the city, our city, squashing live outdoor music. And this is another sign of the disconnect between town and musicians. Interestingly, this would have negatively affected the farmers market, which banned my music at Second Grand, and the bar that didn't allow the dance to happen. The point is that people who don't make music need to let the musicians have more of a say in the music that we all hear, because all of us can sort of benefit from this economically, socially, in all these different ways. And so it's just vitally important for us to kind of give power to the musicians. And regulation is fine here and there. You know, it needs to take place at certain points, but not over-regulation. So if you own a business, if you use live music, you know, think about paying the musicians in town more. Just think about telling the musicians in town that they're doing a good job, supporting the musicians, dancing, singing louder in church, whatever the hell it is, that you want to do. Because where does music belong? I think it belongs everywhere. And who should play it? I think all of you. I think everyone should play it. Thank you very much.